the exciting, loquacious Kwame Duncan.
Yes, sir.
The ebullient.
Yes, sir.
Kwame.
What?
Machi.
Yeah, Janko.
Akwa banso.
Ah, that's it.
Apum.
No pay you now do me so na
Amen.
And that's all for that.
In the what my dear what is chance. Wama mesopo.
Oh,
akumetu bi enyim. Jade am meeting zo be West Ra.
Oh, yeah, my brother. My dear brother. Yes. My dear brother Kwame Duncan.
I'm the your dear senior brother.
My dearest older brother.
Yes, man. Cabra.
But we say from elder, and we will be Jesus brother.
Brother, also our friend brother Jesus.
Oh no, brother Jesus. Okay, Peter. Peter Christ won no go catch and yeja yan na yamba wo fi. Na abam for so na e benya wo gospel him.
Okay, about this brother Jesus.
No, also brother Jesus.
Osawala. Osawala Osawala.
Because they would there. Wait the gospel nature 3 years. Ohun ne ye. Nzo there yeja yan na yamba. Nzo for so na e benya.
Alete ma chi akwaba.
Yeah.
Apum.
Yeah, nyame na dum me say adichi yandam na ye ba Kokrokoo a.
Yeah.
Njana ye yinge Brazil.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Nyame ne yada na se.
Danasi.
Nyame ne yada na se. Kwabra mo fe James PhD.
Yes, Brapani Kwame Sefa Kain, the chairman general, chairman 1.
Boko there.
So yeah.
And ananum says Sriwenya.
Sriwenya.
Yatin Kwamwine wa dinina.
Ampa.
Esruwa
nenya.
Chairman general, and in history, even the darkest night will end.
Yeah.
And the sun shall rise again.
Be of good cheer.
22 years ago, May 9.
Yeah.
Wobia nim Ohini Giant Stadium and the Arena Accra Sports Stadium. Their course one mona my former boss Herbert Kobnan Ponsa Mensa. Dianimu showed leadership. Now Kwame, I'm say 15 years ago, so setting up May 9 Foundation. Our mode share one more to Sadano, one ma anyone we did them. Now feel so nanu ya enche one China company BIA one more heart surgeries they are ma enkofo ye be bona baso ni ahye nu kra se onko so anonya sa na oman ye mfa asuade mfiri mu se atoyire nche mu mpo ye betumi asua bibi afiri mu e de aye bi papa
okay
na mampani ano wo so samre no Kwame enra so me papa His Excellency President John Ajekum Kufuor Oxford University na no me to ho nkra kakra wa ha finally enra na wo mode ne second portrait ahange Exeter College on mo first one no na mo friend achievement second one ye munsem no me nsanya nkan ye mfoni ni dia me dibi kra mane o ba ni nyina mu no ye modern bo a obo ye bra no ye Ghana mampani na ofri akonwa so ni die ene anyonyam a ode ahye oman Ghana akonwa a otena so ene adasa wiase afa na nyina chairman general ye ma papa ye trinkwa ye bompa ye so se nyame entre na hyemu na de oye nyina no eso mramfa so e ma oman Ghana opinso asantehene o se tuba bi so kota akire na se wo anyonyam sha wo nyina de ko chairman general medase wo sa kwan a ode ama
Kufuor is a perfect symbolization of a former president. Perfect.
Medase thank you. Papa is grateful.
Tongue in cheek.
Chamajana.
Kwabna now say ehun sam kikan uni but a dos intimi kan ni na intimi de be ma no nya adaje a
tintino de me wo na ni to
Exeter College Oxford University na ehun sam wa
yes
but just the first paragraph. I'll say Exeter College is proud to announce that a portrait of His Excellency John Kufuor, 1961 PP Honorary Fellow, former President of Ghana, will soon hang in hall at the college's historic Tell Street side.
That's right.
It is quite a long but
This is a second. He's a I appear say he's the only alumnus of that university. Yeah, hange ni portrait. We are the tosumienu and fear say in
yeah, and
that's an achievement.
Yes.
I'm not too sure, say, if he's the only person our president, but I'm sure there'll be others.
Okay. First one, no, not the Oye portrait, no, Greek. Second one, Oba, or Belgian with Tunisian background.
Okay.
Africa, Bamu.
Okay. Kwara?
Chairman General.
And what else today?
Me Srew say, and me ba, me Dedi Kain. SDA, Asafono, a Christo for someone. Womujidie, and she no. The fapim nyankopon asem a chokronkron no. The Bible is the rule of our faith and practice. Yeji Yesu Kristo adanse eno nso etumpa. Eno na yedidi yedwuma. Na enye no ne yebeka ne bebre ne se enura asem a menua pani na nakomia ekaye na me so me de betu mu se asafo no kra tu ho ana monti mama krata bia dated February 13, 2023. Also for Pong Thomas Techi Okran, doctor. Nidin and a chassis, yede koma electoral commissioner. Esrese, omume nim komo emfa abato da nensi san ho. Wo hwe krata no ma ne tofa bo ene se memenda kwanhwefo ewo ensore ewo oman no mu a ene miamia ahodo a juma yade som yankopon be say 2090 buildings.
Okay.
Ene ewo suku adanso de kwame ene de bebre na afen so no akonhwefo binom so ekodi juma ma electoral commission as temporary staff. Metie me be 2000 na me temporary staff ewo Freeman College opposite Wesley College wo Kumasi. My name is Cheche ni Mr. Bedu eni di juma ho. Na enu nti no saa memenda na December 7, 2024 ABC no. Ye gina enkomodie bia Constitutional Review Commission Professor Fiajo Edano wo mo recommendation o mo ye wo katafa etoso wo ha any adiokonomi ensa at page 193. One more proposal say yen to aba eda ebeye at least not later than 60 days to the installation of a new president and parliament.
I know 7th November no.
That be one can't dapo.
Almost first Tuesday and a second Tuesday.
They didn't mention it. They said it should not be later than 60 days to the installation of the new president. O calculate here. Everybody be see November 7. But Electoral Reform Committee and also mezem fiem and 9 na me doma unuakuma me som was our committee no so me wo frase dun ketia no ka ho me nua pani kwabna Japan no ka ho mami George no pokwa mankwa former deputy chair of the EC Rebecca Kabuki Professor Ransford Jampo wo munya na eka ho bi sa committee no de si support o si mu po say the date for presidential and parliamentary elections should be changed to 7th November in an election year from December 7. Enti Reform Committee no year. Now we Transition Act. And also aba in force. I'm say Professor Mills na sign no into force now. Or kase bra ye de to aba any bra say ye handing over no. Ese say entem ego kakra. Say be ya wantwi anase mentimi hwase bia na ebeba no. Ye betimi atenetene no. In fact, in the event of a runoff, say a 12 year na nipa baako antimi anim kunim krakra ne aye. Eno na kwame asafo no gina so stress wo hwe yabato calendar na 1996 AC memenda. Eno every hormone 2008 eno so AC kwasiada ena 2012 AC fiada. Afi 2024 esi memenda 2036 ebesi kwasiada ama 2040 asi fiada. Na hwehwemu kakra NCP e kire se ada ye beto aba eye esum da bia no eye voter turnout no so te kakra enti sabe ya say ye minority interest o say ye constitutional right o say ye say peri yo beba na obi biara beto aba no asafo no ensusu say yemfa benada edi kan ewo bosomi November mu anase say ewa kire dodo a yemfa mra first Tuesday of December na enya da manu nkoye date eno na ede insakire beba on 21st February 2023 Electoral Commission in Sakan Sakrate what throw my SD asafo no say obeton sa frɛ wonom ama sankita hudi na koso kwame free sabre no ene ya me no kasai led by the president of the Southern Ghana Union of the SDA Church ene the Northern Ghana Union Conference leadership no asafo no ne chief imam ene na pam for ehia ama they buy into this idea woni NDC MPP CPP any PNC mpanimfo so ehia omo so nyina because omo nyina no adi djuma pen omo ne IEA edi djuma around 2013 e ka say yentwe ada ye de to aba no free December 7 no yemfa mra ye nim kakra nti first Tuesday of November ekra no was discussed around that time ye hwa ni mu say Electoral Commission matikra say wo mu ko hia commission ni hia ye somewhere last week and they are to write to the church to open up for this conversation. Ma this any say yenya ye di sankomo nyina no amo hyase wo ha. Yemfa opepa ene oman hodo eni sankomo yi. Mfasode ewom say ye besesa after December 7 e dia gba nanim say be November 7 o and first Tuesday in November. We are proposing first Tuesday in November. Say be ya enkosi esomda no. E ya dia ebe boye nyina ye na eyeyi a me fi say ensachade ade mpuntu beba oman no ye kabi mami nkabi ene abato enhihye mu ezie ensem kan aka no de da foforo ye betuma be ba the Seventh Adventist Church SDA4 eno ama momo yam kakra nka we nya mutim bekyerkyerem mo me nanfo bi SDA4 eno a bebre ai omo bomb yam left and right and am sisimo Richmond applause me ni ade omo bomb yam na kabila senam say eti senam mo yen kitahudie mo yen hihye e was adie hu make I say Professor Smart Sapon betra ha e resist our issue SD for man kan he meba nkasa chairman general manu ba mu aja me bomb yem kakre na mu sane manu gu me so kikiridi na kabila sending I want to discuss this tomorrow morning. Even if it's not part of your topics, I am sure. Say you've bebre. You see, into back to the same Bible. As it's also kania, and that's also kania. Na say oh they share the answer and shrink. Why you weary? Mudi see into me na me sacrificial lamb. And so me na me mama kwanya say mo church and na Professor Fiadwa you see in 23rd February and I Nyeri du san ka make kebi a kire mo pa. Make kebi a kire. Konkron no fa wo so didi.
Na entimu say hon kokoro na mo bom yem no. Hon kokoro na mo bom yem no.
Na me say obi amo yem o.
Me
dey say ma mo yem.
Na dey oni.
Me amo with a lot of information.
Meba answer na
oh man kind no.
Mekai because obi amo me yem. Chairman General, good morning. I can see you are well. You need to learn a bit more about Adventism before you conclude the way you are doing. I will pardon you because you don't know much about us. Na enanyam yam niebo. Okay.
Na tennis player. Tennis bat no dey bubo.
Beba kan that one. Anya ni na me kan ye.
Wodi.
Madam fu bi so. Ono so send me. Hwe. He. Ma also we deleting it there. We deleting it.
Kwame easy me pulling the leg. In the same scriptures, also there the Sabbath was made for man,
and not man for the Sabbath.
For the Sabbath.
Correct.
Not there because the Pharisees were there. Also in Pani.
That's right.
Because it was a Sabbath day. na oga je won na wona na ne ponchi obefi ni gwambu mu no wegwan na oso onu nta no do no nka che ne ma because of a Sabbath but one thing as all in supporting that there are more than 700,000 voters.
But you see, I agreed. Question. Inti say a 2 memory dada. Ya 96 ya 2 memory dada.
Yes.
Ya 2 kwesi dada.
Yes.
Ya 2 ifia dada.
Yes.
Kwesi dada enkofo bi sumda.
Yes.
Me fiada enkofo bi sumda.
Yes.
Ya 2 without issue.
Yes.
Okay? And no one. Na
because without issue, it is not entirely correct.
Okay, I'm for protest here, Krana.
No, I'm talking about the turnout, the voter turnout.
Okay, fine. But the baby,
but then your without issue stands.
Yes. Say, anye the day.
Yes. I was some consider, and I was some consider. Thereby.
So that is still you say without issue. It is still yet to aba. Now, your fan say near airquay.
No,
na electoral commission says say a constitutional requirement. Intimi nyawo SDA for party say 2024 month abana. Kabila.
Kwame.
Because we voted on Friday.
No, Kabila.
We voted on Friday, Saturday, Sunday without issue. Yes,
unless there's a constitutional amendment.
That's it.
If 63.
Remember also, don't worry.
If 63, 63-2, Article 63-2, as the election of the president shall be on the terms of universal adult suffrage and shall, subject to the provisions of this constitution, be conducted in accordance with such regulations as may be prescribed by constitutional instrument by the Electoral Commission, and shall be held so as to begin A, where a president is in office, not earlier than 4 months, nor later than 1 month before his term of office expires. Nti Kwame. This year you were president in office.
No. Thank you.
No time by expire or 7th January. Nti also not earlier.
6th January.
But because he is sworn in, and so it is the dawn of the 12 midnight, and so let's say the 7th.
That's right.
And see, us not earlier than 4 months. And so I start from 7th September. So 7th September, 7th October is 1 month. 7th October to 7th November is 2 months. 7th November to 7th December, 3 months. 7th December to 7th January, 4 months. And so we cannot, when there's a president in office, we cannot have an election before 7th September.
Okay.
No, so not later than 1 month to the expiration of his term. What it also means is that we cannot have election after 7th December.
No.
But on the election,
so we can have it between 7th September and 7th December.
Exactly.
Okay.
But on the parliamentary, what does the parliamentary so 1124? As subject to clause 2 of Article 113 of this Constitution, a general election of members of parliament shall be held within 30 days before the expiration of the period specified in clause 1 of that article. That is Article 113. And see, within 30 days of the expiration of that, yes, in the 30 days, it counts from 7th December to 7th January.
Yeah.
That's when Parliament will be dissolved. The old one will be dissolved.
And the new one takes over.
And see, if it were just the president, we have some space from 7th
September
to
7th December.
But Parliament, the two are together.
Yes.
The Parliament is on within 30 days.
Yeah.
So what that means is that from 7th December to 7th January, the election must be conducted within that space.
It can't go beyond 7th December.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So until these provisions are amended.
Until they are
yes. And it is not also a day compliant matter. It is a date compliant.
Date, not
it is
day.
The 7th, that's the reference point.
7th
January.
January.
That's the reference point.
Yeah. Talking about date compliance, as if the Mauritian na at Sabbath take kind Sabbath was made for man, not man for Sabbath. No, I actually be them baby Sakabela. and as a date compliant.
That's right.
Kabila.
Minister,
Kabila patron not to
okay.
Say SDA ni ede no to adron ba for ese ento abama no be mampanyin. Na the swearing in the Saturday. What happens? Say 6th March a Saturday.
What happens?
What happens? Say a very important
Mayday.
A Saturday.
Yeah, what happens?
What happens? Iti mona Muslim say ya yentiase no. We can only ask questions. It may sound silly, but it is a question. Say SDA near the mampanyini. Ya to about with the mampanyini. The date of swearing in 7th January 20 whatever. Aye memneda into onko. And our 6th March. And our May Day. Aye memneda
22,000.
22. So
when you mention 22, then you clap for your hands.
Yes, you what? You clap for your hands. Kabila, it's me stretching the kakra.
Yes.
Because it comes back to Alotedian.
Yes.
Man and Sabbath.
I'm not the right candidate to address some of these things on behalf of the church.
Oh no, you're not doing on behalf of the church.
Because
we're just having a conversation.
Liberal view of some of your doctrines.
Okay.
But ni nyina mu no. Say me can say trust them and the rule of our faith and practice, you know. You go back to the Bible. Enti memenda for enya aye memenda. But in the history of our church, one of the founders, Ellen G. White, her funeral was conducted on a Saturday.
Why?
No, that was what it was done. And when you read some of those things, you will understand. And yet a year no say ye in a secular sense. Any issue no say kwanya ye fa so aye no any twa adwene si nyankopon so. Today may not be the appropriate thing, but concentrating on this election date petition no. As my minister kan no, the church anticipated it. Into paragraph 8 or say we are aware that the proposal we make requires the amendment of non-entrenched Article 1124 of the Constitution by Parliament. Then suggest how it can be sponsored and all that. And he say it means Parliament is restricted to 30 days of say to aba and son of Parliament na close no. It means sign no presidential na wo kan ye no it is catered for. And so we check on the first Tuesday of November. Then you solve the problem. And the woman say, "Oh, say we go referendum because 112 no I non-entrenched. Okay, kwa Article 63 now said na wo kind dia. And no entrenched. And
63 class entrenched. 63 is not entrenched, 112 is not entrenched, 113 is not entrenched.
Okay, nti e hono nyina no ye betimi through parliamentary amendments ayaye ma nti ono na ai asafo no yen. Kwara, what the church is doing is building on existing protocols by the Constitutional Review Commission.
Yes, but enyemra
and enyemra yes. The Electoral Reform Committee and the government white paper which was signed by Professor Mills into being and signed dated June 15, 2012.
None of it is law yet.
Yes. And asafuna ye na won say beyond a som kasa no. Ye won kitahudie soso a akoso efa ya mamuo ho a ebeboa ama sa na manyina akoso. Se me mampani na sabi bibi koso memenda eye som ho adwuma because ye ka som a nyame som a eye nipa ho adwuma se obetwe ho afri enema a ebeye wo apede na ebe kwako gina nyame so we word on Sabbath asafo ebshira aware on Sabbath and I don't think say Kwame minister ni mamie ye ya ye call memenda onya memenda ni me so memenda madam fo no memenda na oye sayi no etwamu a there is no day I make me akwakọ emano to commiserate with him. So it's one of them. I went to church that day, but I still came to the funeral.
May I sure say MMDCs be on regional ministers be home here Adventist.
Me papa di DC da.
Enti time up pay DC. Enti 6 March say eto Saturday and Kobeden.
And I mean, I don't recall say between 2001.
Oh, me can't say.
But this year, I don't think so. Well, JK Bonfe Senior or a different.
No.
No, I'm looking at the broader picture.
Yes, national duty.
Duty so because this and ka obey fairly in the duty to respond to the national call.
Yeah.
And voting is a national duty. Civic.
We are not saying look, and I have done a whole study on voting in this discussion. But what we are doing is beyond the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
No.
Into what year they are culture now? Ya kasafa a summon sem eho.
It is not beyond Seventh Day.
It is.
Because let me disagree with you. Yedika can say to aba fiada. Kremufan kanhwe. 1996 to aba memne da 7 day for man kanhwe. So if you recollect, let me know. Oh, me patch say.
It may not be entirely correct.
Yes, but the level I be do no. Kwara level idea bedroom. We have not experienced it before. Good. Enti ya to aba kwesiada.
Yes.
Christopher and Carrie and I lose her level way. So what's the big deal?
Oh, Kwame, mama kwanya. Anya big deal.
Mama kwanya. Twaso.
Anya big deal. Na mum eye enkomodie a ye di team ye kabi mami nkabi ene ye amamra hyehyɛ ya ye and a requirement wohwɛ your national constitution na there are provisions are the need for religious tolerance and exercise of beliefs
religious coexistence as well.
Me case a medical Supreme Court over Hajj any national cathedral Supreme Court can send be for a summon semi ho the me kan ko si nyina ne say asemo a ye kan wasem yi enye som nko a som efa wom ana amamran hyehyeye esu wom ana afreso so ye tintim kabima minka bi no eno so ehuhia pa na kwa me this is the thing sir me ba bia me to about Kintampo Central SDA Church.
Okay.
Enti sir ya nyansesa ya nsakere mu a Central Church wono ho no na December 7 2024 ye beto aba da enyema mienu ne betimi asi either say ye be ha SDA for some and say SDA for some be ha abato no sada no. Is it avoidable? Yes, it is. If we are able to work at
so what if they move the polling station from there?
That's also possible. Now baby I want to make papa ye bia SDA school. The SDA school e be ho. This is what I say.
Now say school on that day no be uncle school.
Exactly. But I'm saying it comes back to asemo aye kan no. Chama general.
Karama
Yeah sre ne say. Ye nsusu ya ye dia banie. Electoral Commission ema ye ni hu nkomo. Na ye mfa enyina so a ye dia ba no. Entutu nseniani say Constitutional Review Commission suggested say ye ntwimra 60 days no. Na Electoral Reform Committee so kan ye. Na Transition Act so ka say ye ma entemu ngo kakra no. Sign ye be dwendwen ho amana kwakosi. But ye yakoye nim kra akosusu say enye eye dabnada.
Good. That was my next question I was coming to. Adenti dabnada.
Well, na nkomodie bi akokoso around within the political circles say dabnada no ebeboa. Abra meti say na obi ka wa ha say ono kan say brother so ye da.
Oh, but that is not an issue. I want resting there.
Yes.
Exactly.
Nti apofo ne wonu ma ko ya ne ada wo je hu mi wo fie no enu ka ne be ma wo ma timi akwakoto aba kra nti me fi se ni nyina mu no ye da bi a ebeboa na ebinum raise se ene America for eda ne be hia. Well, America for da no enye first Tuesday of November said the year you see no America for then the first the Tuesday following the first Monday of November. So kakra wom. The first the Tuesday following the first Monday. And this Monday no AC Abia normally it's likely to be in the first week of November. say ambanes nti definitely no, it is likely say Tuesday no so be the first Tuesday.
Kwabra, my last two questions they feel me the assembly be Professor Jekum.
Yeah.
Eka say SDA for resist ADA at University of Ghana Legon. Emma ebeye issue kakra.
Me tie no.
Na enti no omo yo margin say okay. Say some ntron so hwe memenda. Say University of Ghana Legon you tron so hwe every day of the week. Sunday to Sunday. Inti so ye SDA ni memenda opa mbechoro. So at the end of the day, we SDA ni na Legon campus and our University of Ghana Saturday tron so hwe obechoro. That is one. So at the end of the day, you have to write your exam. Well, secondly, my second question me debisa say, may stretch you no. I mean, chumkaka ebi I sound absurd on this matter, but absurdity bit me aba. Na nkremofo so aba so can Friday so yanso yempe. That's right. Other Christians who are not SDA for Zbeka say Sunday yempe. Na obi so aba say Tuesdays, as we a special day, yes, we MP. Then what do we do? Intimitio.
Last question, no?
Yeah.
The proposed first Tuesday in November or December for general elections is to avoid the recurrence of elections day falling on a Saturday, Friday, or Sunday, as it occurred in 1996, 2012, and 2008, respectively, and as may recur in 2024, 2036. And 2040.
But that doesn't answer his question.
No, so say obi be sorry abeka say.
Yes, but Tuesday no ya concrete them.
No. So he raised the issue about Friday and Sunday. And I may say ya capture no.
Okay, applause brings something to buttress your point. Or say 1996 we raised issues but we were overruled and they affected the turnout. Twaso.
There's some applause. Say obi so raise the issue about Tuesday. You be on come we are open to conversation. But your first question about
University of Ghana.
University of Ghana examination. Yeah, University of Ghana and the other universities. Now me ado me so mafa addition mu kakra. Your arrangement your quarantine members no. SDA4 no. Yeah, di omu sie ema time Sabbath be twam no. No mo akwa akotro. Your arrangement so you negotiate ma ye one more dear no separately. And now this one more cry instead say omo betro exams no na ya more aye be a 10 paper and say bibisa enti enye say by force opa tro memenda ompeso man tro memenda there's a way and I mean say prof kasa wo che yanka obeka tro say your arrangement is gone about
isn't religion and belief all about tolerance?
It is.
So why don't you tolerate and say a woman say because a year one off. It's just one Saturday in 4 years.
Yes.
One Saturday in 4 years.
Already no. Already December 7 for election year election date no. Da yadi hun komanyega SDA4 the entire country adi hun komo say ye pese esesa sada no
entire country man.
No,
at least
right now I'm zeroing in on the SDA.
The National Constitutional Review Commission.
But Kwabra, let's zero in on SDA.
Yes.
Don't let's now go fish.
But I'm not fishing. What I'm saying is that the change in election date,
has already come up for discussion.
It's an issue discussed.
But now I'm looking at SDA.
I mean, in as much as I will agree with your leadership, we should look at
December 7
being Saturday. You see, the very person who leads us to our God was accepted by the chief architect of Seventh-day Adventists, Ellen G. White. Excellent. Papa na ye di nature
Jesus.
Eyo, o se there. Wana no se nugwan. Onu obefi nugwan boom. Na wako no oso no ongon geta no do no ngeche ne ma. And me say there sometimes in leadership should sit and overlook some of these things there. It is once
You see,
it is once in a lifetime.
Uncle T. The issue, Kwame, the issue about democracy is that if there is a way I will encourage you, Obia, I'm gonna participate in the electoral process. You do it. It's inclusion. And any tendency be exclude any section, no matter how minority they may be, we try to avoid it.
So political parties should meet your leadership.
Oh, we have, we've met with political parties,
yes,
and they are in agreement. We have met with the National Chief Imam. We are in consultation with other religious groups, and we are hoping that the Electoral Commission will table this matter at the appropriate forum. Now we make a case across. Yejidiani say, nyame edina ho de beta achire ama ensachaye ehu hia ayedi hu komo from 2011. Nyame ya adomo a atimi abam ama yasesa free December 7 a ye nyina yedi hu komo se ye ntwemra ni mu na emo oman no.
Kwamra na so ke bibi.
Nyo se wo kwoto aba memenda na ebena asotwe na yankopon aba atwe asotwe yankopon do mo ho.
Yendu ho.
Maybe so yendu.
I refuse to answer that.
What do you mean? Osana me ye nyame na pede.
Yeah.
Nti se ekwoto aba memenda na wadwen de na ye nyame na pede. Nti me bi se de se kaye ndam a e ba so twene yankopon do.
Good. But it's a valid question.
Yes.
What are the repercussions?
Yes. I cannot play God. But if you read Isaiah chapter 58, Oka ni pefe say over friend nyame
the whole of the chapter.
Yes, I mean I've forgotten the exact verse, but it talks about treating God's day as holy and observing and doing that which God prescribes. No,
Leviticus is Saturday.
No, Exodus.
Yes, it's a holy day. But what I'm saying is that
you are talking about Obi na Ponchayo.
Yes.
No, let me see that the very person now that's holy day. Also now no wabakade.
That's Matthew 12.
The Sabbath was not made for man, but man for the Sabbath.
The aponchina why you Saturday.
Matthew 12.
Keep it holy now so akade.
Anya wo plan dey aponche be wo.
Adi here di bi wo ho dey ya. Yeah.
Yes. He's talking about circumstances. There, wa ponchi wa headi ibu na bu na we gbe ato na ponchi nze mi koroko wa ponchi ku be wonyin
That's a Sabbath.
this is ponchi na gwan gache ewu oye ogade mi wie zun wo fa the Pharisee na Sadducees ni ya from obi agwani.
But Obi say this is from University of Ghana, but Mbonyi Pakunizin. Also, Kwame, quarantining students created a problem on Legon campus.
I was going to ask questions.
We could not quarantine all students of Adventist. The cost of quarantine was a problem. But since we removed religious beliefs from our examination, things have worked well in Legon.
Perfect.
Now, Mamikwa Humanazo, applause Edime Chiabaso.
Kwame. What quarantine one? What you phones? You have phones. What you phones?
Me impo.
It's a phones. What? Obi want to move forward that movie. Aba.
Mezangaza.
Yes.
Machie.
Yeah, me am better now. What to say?
Nyame adom say no na wo bom yam enne de se mama kwai. Enra o bom yam.
Kwame na, let's say Kwame na ne alote and yeah, mama nka say Kwame na ya me penis na yi pa but we no nyina mama yan ere fi say ye kan about faith o gidie ho asem ne ye kan. Gidie de say de tie bia obi sometimes obi agidie will not make sense to you. Obi ka gini say Nyankopon ho. Obi ni say enema yeso say Bible no ko obi ko anyi and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the moment I be dia to mu say Christopher ye nsi say any Bible no. Mami Musa mama example bi. Say na ye hot time na Shadrach Meshach Abednego. Ohene no bo sa you know obi a obete say bia o mebu ni mu ase. And how many minutes did they have to take for anybody to bow? Just a minute. But I'm Kwame and Sunny, your imagine say they wouldn't do it because Omudidi say my no honi bia me and some obia. What can't trust them? Bible say kai humida na ye no kronkron na nsia na ye wadwuma na da to so nso no ye humida ma owura de onyankopon. Period. Me didi no. And see, as long as I hold that faith, me say I will trust him no. So now the to so we say abeya then it's like a coin be so make say obi yes how. As obi didi ho fa wo. Because obi onye Christo ni, and yama ye kan nyina about we kra. Nyankopon asem ni ade kwa e be ye lisiri obesiri but there's something about it.
But Mr. Gasa
Mr. Mo because school University of Ghana.
Okay.
We went through that edebe ansana sa issue a ba court system e ma yekoye no. There was a fair judgment a chepa before na eno so asori ndi nkunim. Enu ti no make provision for quarantine no ansana e three omde ba ya e ba so a afi de kwasiada ni we because those days na kwasiada nka ho. Enu ti Mr. Mo sa asem no ba ne ye ya o ma yen hwe ni ye ni hu se ye nyina ye hu hia. As for GBA, it might not make sense to a lot of people. So if you are 24, what is going to happen is that those who feel strongly about that faith, they won't vote. Some voting so and you compose a mistake go here. I won't mean for some vote.
But Mr. Gaza, maybe so BBO. Okay, GDA and our church mu say obi GDA no ebia obi super fan say be ensem hu.
Yeah.
80 faith versus the state.
Yes.
The Hena was saying ka iteki president was saying ka ekwanenim.
Okay, you know what?
Tell me.
Nyankopon say it is good to obey God rather than man. Say Nyankopon bisusu say Nyankopon injunction say ya. Metie no e chance metie nipa e de.
For example, we are memene dani. Ubetimi achem baby or Bible ma che say memene da eye no krese eno any that day. Because if you can say Sunday, so obia ne sum enti adenti na yemma yesum no enkwachi ne yemma oman ne mra nimu na yede esum no mo bra nim eja oman no.
Kwame.
Yes sir.
Say the Christopher bisusu say the basis of our faith e Bible no. The Bible no ntre. Me gidi say Bible no a lot of references say homeda no memene. In fact, okay, Exodus chapter 20. Okay, Luke chapter 23, verse 53, 55. In fact, Luke chapter 24, verse 1. It says, yes, Christ, who you know, you see, you're born a sin. And that is not what you can. And some version of the Bible even specify it on Sunday early morning, because over 23 verse 50 on air corner that is for Jesus Christ you know na e fear that na e fear that na ho be da no ba enu ti omo call ne nchen e call no nyina e ye kom e kote emu no se de tie na e da e ye ho me da no omo ye kom se de mra ne tie but that did not what you can no which was the first day of the week you know and omo call so omo call na Jesus Christ sorry there ample evidence of the Bible say ye ka ho me da look, Oko Israel this year, the Israelites from Friday evening to the end, they will not do anything.
Any on Fridays. In
fact, it goes to a point to say, I sorry, I would walk around more on sorry at those days, woman, sorry, because weekend anyway, and the state can go ahead and organize it as it is. 7 December. But I can assure you, there are a lot of people who will not vote.
Maybe Sir Kabila Bibi earlier when Timmy no, maybe baby sana in common area. Inti Obioye SDA ni no akujinani ato abama no abe mampenyi na ne swearing in 7th January Saturday into Onko. And as a 6th March Saturday into Onko.
Yes. Until I make me for instance, I will not go, me Menko.
Uncle.
Based on my faith, I won't be part of it.
What could you now say to Obama now swearing in as president 6th March?
To be honest with you, they quite me go to Obama. That's the first. That's what I'm talking about myself. Me go to Obama on that way. I will support every way. Be a Mr. Beboa by Entina. The whole schools, the whole hospitals, also to support the state. But when the state comes into conflict with the word of God, we will pick the word of God ahead of the state.
You pick the word of God ahead of the state?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And damn the consequences. Like the Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego said. They didn't care. Because he loved them and said that if you're a man, because I love them. But we heard you. But we are not a way to hear your voice. We are not going to bow. Because we believe that Yankopon is someone. And I ask people, how many minutes did they have to take them to bow? Chairman, how many minutes? And I never saw normal bow. Say how many seconds? It's just seconds, and they will be done. And I can assure you that there were other Jews who were there who bowed. And you find 7 Day Adventists who will feel say, oh, there's nothing wrong with this thing. And on yet to be generalizing, and as a to be made down, and can't be say on this day, the church will not do that.
So you choose the church over the state. So but you choose the church over the state.
When I make a offense, it won't make sense to a lot of people. But unfortunately, that is it. We are see other than the state, the state structure. There's something bigger than the state, and we believe that, and that is God. And the can be and was the age, man. So that is it.
But Okwakoye in social memory that the Ewele on the Abe.
Me. I did it right.
One trust Saturday exam. No.
Debbie. And I make a toss your time, no? Yeah, quarantine arrangement. My my control after Sabbath. We did that. But subsequently, you know, and say issues so many because quarantine arrangements and yet Saturday in Kwan, Obu Hani papers cry a class A and a boom. It is a baby. Or your first one, not a second one. Those things were there.
Applause. How about SDA hospitals?
And I make a on So our doctrine is that hospitals, we save lives. And it's a doctor B. A BBSC, now what's a doctor to call hospital? That's why our hospitals are open on Sabbath.
Is that not an anomaly?
Yes.
And
we open on Sabbath. So BBC, that's why they will rush and go. Nurses go. We have one of the best hospitals in the world. And first, Loma Linda University, they have a hospital.
I know.
They have all of these things. We do all of those things.
Anyway,
prominent people,
as you said, it will always be confusing. We'll leave it like that for now. It's faith versus the state.
Exactly. And we'll decide to pick which one our office.
No, you pick your faith against the state.
Exactly. We'll pick state against the faith.
Yeah.
That's up to that person. But that's my conviction.
Applause with us. Mr. Richmond in Cancer, a staunch Adventist. Yes, Alote say them.
Mr. Them is engaged and there. Nyagupon sometimes or compromising Yama.
Damn.
Yes. In Genesis, also there, when the sons of God met, Lucifer was there. The devil was there.
He came there.
And then I mean, as I'm walking to and fro on the face of the earth, no business there. Don't you see my son Job? No, so I'm a winyanzi. No more small. Na bia mo go so nhwe o so go so nhwe ba mo nika me fo nsanka. Look, it's a compromise.
Kwame,
na onya remember me nyim Bible bebre but onya sabatu prayer na Yesu ne dom wonam baby o
na me say o kasa yeri
o kasa na baby o say wo ko fa grain bi di ma Nyankopon kan there the and also the
Sabbath was made for man.
Sabbath was made for man, not man for Sabbath.
Na comment one
that
no wo do obi me fan de bro na wo bu ebro no wo di no say na Sabbath ebu ebro o jeda aye edwuma no say the Sabbath was not made for man but man for the Sabbath.
No man was not made
for man
not
man
for the Sabbath. That is what I'm saying.
That is me can say once me teach me
interesting.
Me can say that's another matter. I want to conclude and say conclude.
Alote was a casual clerical now in Bible mood.
Yeah, the asema comma is electoral commission be free. Na di sanko. But you are do one be kwa jina no. I say you are open.
General asking no 7 Day Adventist.
Me
because that work to abanu to abani bi.
Osawala. David Jan onim your person ka. Onim your person. Mischief. Kara, maybe sir plus I'll ask you also directly. 80 says 7th December Saturday no better about
Chairman General. You know something?
Yes or no when you run about?
Dabi, when you run about asem, I'm part of a team pursue an agenda. See, the American say bomb say
abato da ne best free December 7th.
Matra ho say enti answer sa obeden.
Me answer no say ye no 2024.
Enti the man
enti win so beto wonto.
And I will take a decision. But I'm saying that me to anamon say sa de ne best sam 2024. Enti yenko yanim.
You see, don't bring the great controversy. Oh. That was written by Ellen White.
Topic
this great controversy
issues. NDC presidential primaries this weekend. Who gets to be flagged by? Topic that.
Peace 104.3 time check 5 minutes past 10 and I guess forgive me for coughing in your ear but Kwamna Dan Kanama Asru Akabe the Peace FM Kwamna
yeah
minya biom o won suban kaka Vander suban kaka na o se mbisa se mintum mbisa na wa send me best 6 times o se mbisa kabila de enti memenda
oyashi
SDA meyifu ne besia futi wa ya da
abete ya o
na obisa no wa sanchori twi o se bisa kabila se enti memenda okay mejai because
there's about discussion we can have. The focus of this matter is election date change.
Masa.
We pray that it happens.
But no, Memenda
Sabat.
After Memenda.
Oh yeah,
Kwame Bisasem.
God has a way of measuring people.
Yes.
The man, the thief on the cross, he was not baptized, but Jesus assured him that he will be with him in paradise.
That was baptism.
The workings of God are not the workings of man.
Right.
Yes, but that's another matter.
So leave it.
And God does not contradict himself. He may change the application of certain things, but God in principle does not contradict himself.
Yeah.
So leave it in the hands of God.
But in the Bible too, it tells you that and the Lord I say also or repent.
Bisa the question mam kekeni enwie. Bisa the semester
let me give you an answer.
Do.
So for pani bi na no preach or say oba oneni kunu womo wo awo mu problem. Say omo namu no oba no betumi a womo ye nyina na oka amen. Gidie ne say nyame wo na wo say yemfa sadie kwan we so mfa wo ba emi na me kan ni say dwuma ye di manema ba mremu obewie na hwa na banaba.
Oh, it's true.
Enti de meka cha no
oh yeah no kwa
no but this is good.
I finished.
Enjoy here na Abraham. If
the Sabbath is a day that God blesses Adventists in our thinking. Now we have problem in South area. Now we have
Kwame, pardon me, I also tell Kwame now that sex amongst married people is holy, so it's not a sin.
Yes,
but I won't stop church because of sex.
Yes.
Applause. Okay.
Oh, you see. Yeah, maybe you are. Bringing controversy so because Abraham one work ketura. Abraham or what Sarah one work ketura. Only ketura wo mass sex. Mass sex.
And one way.
Azana Hajara so only wo Ismail
Hagar.
But some believe the word is Hajara. It's not Hagar.
Some believe that. Some believe that
Abrofuna was a Hagar. But is it not as Hajara? No.
Some say
different. Hajara Ketura was a Midianite.
In Pachamroko, but my very final question.
On this matter.
Yes, no, my final question. Did God create a religion? And
a religion, no.
Maybe.
But God created spirituality.
There be Mpacho. My very final question.
I've answered you. God created.
Did God create a religion?
No.
God did not create.
Man-made.
So religion is man-made.
Yes.
It's nearly 40 for you. And I must say you can't compromise.
Yeah, I will don't do the same thing.
Cancer may come back.
Yeah, I will don't do the same thing.
The same thing.
Baby Abokobia, I will don't do decimati. Baby Amotai.
Oh my!
FM.
What a morning!
Muchi prakon so mo sa hon kwan. Samo anim o pe prakon kwan so on pe prakon.
Kamala, Mimi, that's the topic.
Yes.
Start.
Yin hen na bodui. Why yin nsada? Baby yin bodui. Why yin nsada? Baby yin bodui. E Brazil na yen ma wo. Why yin nsada dumwe?
Adumwe why you nsada?
Kwame
na.
Ba wo mi ababi ma yankopon yin na bodui.
On our topic now.
Or the last paragraph.
I don't know.
Miami yin na bodui. Kwame. Hwe. Wedin kan yin pemfo a woda eku kasi MPP. Onwe di mi say or consult with them. Why pemfo a hum yedu wo party mu. That no mean the them consultation what's about them?
Ja consultation do. Jinado.
Minjado.
Sana nkasa him do also a vandala. No wonder.
Oh, I see.
No wonder. Also been control that he's also a vandal. But mafana mama nefi onyo one feed.
It's no man nusu
sumiazin. Anyway, consultation, Chedo.
Kwame, that mean the
as
part of the consultation abodam wo bofi ifian wo da kwehum anamba. That's right. Into that mean the worker fifi. Wa ko wale kohu nananom ejanom de moba akwantu amepele mutuni to onyo nyina ko consult Kwame. What he intends doing is to consult with the entire party vehicle. And then I can say, all be finfimantum, or be shia, or your party in Penfua, what the man tonano, or your MP sa, what woman tonumu, or your MMDC sa, what woman tonumu, or your constituency in Penfua, what dano chairman fina, be shia. Na wa consult further. There, and Namoa, me pele mutuni. Na Kwame onja no haro.
Still I'm on the topic no.
Remember, mubo we say ya ende oya daman wa sanso asman mpemfo de. Yanko oya electoral areas, yanko polling stations, oya ochina yawude ne fida. Na yamfa dam kasa no kode. Anamoa opere otuni. Na wonyina wo ma feedback. And he intends to do this across the entire country, all the 16 regions. Actually, when the entire party of you former the concern. Now soon, you take have mind that one son kokomutu mbopo nti shaso so. Nti by the close of this consultation, all your entire country party we would have indeed owned the decision ourselves. No, Chankasa. Here decision. Then he announces to the entire world. Chi party na minyina di misese minyina kasa. Hoina wa cha wadwen. Abaya the enterprise ahead of us. Chi apemko. Then he goes for the nomination form and we move on. On yet that mifi baby na mebesi kwem kenkran. He does his things methodically. This is a thinking vice president. Kwame
now.
I do call for about me there. Hey, itino, etano. Ahubradi soon small one. Kwame, you just like him. I mean, he has a certain likability aura around him. It's shana hunde ishe impa.
That's true.
Ishe ba omia ishe impa. The kasefi. tumushe impane nyime shahuruba shanahuruba ya iku tumushe kude you will never get Bawumia to do that ever. But many die in there why you pass through be na ne you offer a trademark through end of story. Nebioso ne adzekasa this country needs it. Oni nusuban owo da ne ntum fa bibi nkafa na hwenase. Kwame, we are coming to it today. You have NDC Congress, a contending party, Zabade, and I'm happy that the crusade have embarked on. We Africa see wadum. Me you want the Mr. Sede. Mamembri kakra bayasa 5 minutes mpa manka sansana. O topic order wa makan. For the past 2-3 years or so, I have been consistent on this matter. The ye ben your man pay na. On your man kasa or wa man fu woti me there. Mbibi ba your man pay na or koto wi me he or dama or ya sroda afwa. On you no ye kana na hye. Emma wi me he no koto en or ye no ho twobo mfaso. Kosi boyi ni sike or ye euro sike or pepe num gunu kotokum. As he speaks to us, this is what we have it at the back of our mind as we listen to a president in a contending party. That but there. My kwa kotui one shake here. Obia. The other point is that I have no evidence. In fact, only the mon kohokra there. Akaye konumensasam. No, I have no evidence at all that happens. Nemum onyema yadwen waja tumi there. O man paying that there. All koto here we me here that maso that for what that you juma abo man no bra. No yes share kaji sikadam or pepedam or do gunu kotokum. Want to abam fatman. You will never come to Bawumia's doorstep and get a thing like that. Integrity. Inti owa. Epe omaini yeye, omaini kanko. Eye nurse. Eye datrinyi, eye chechenyi, forinyi, okwenyi, driver retain. Daba so ayesu ine. Omaini yame shehe nemum. Zo den che ye chicha mo do adun. Na akaya bibi oho. Da minti say wo bibi kakra ye de ba mo obi obotum wa abɔ ho ban. Ye nkonkoto abamfa mo obi a oba onya mbere ba abem oba ye ntrokan wonran. Mere masam kan eti ma mbe.
Since ya topic now used to be 78 minutes. As I Damazi na CCMB with him. But Obisman can't show the Bawumia does his things methodically because he was once a member of the Methodist Boys Brigade. BB, sure and steadfast.
That's right.
Kabila only more penny be your friend. Remember Tobala. Since this time, magic time we brief him.
But he has left something out. The electromagnetic force or Bawumia ono attract don't be
Kabila.
Yes.
Only penny be your friend Professor Kwesi Opoku Amankwa. Former Director General Ghana Education Service.
West Cooper, West College, alumnus.
West Cooper
Wesley
College past student. Na time I bought PhD no obai. Na nenti amebi sa usane se menyamfoni bi wa ha a one no. Dana oye Dr. James Kwabena Bonfe no. Foni no abepie me nchen e wa asisi a. Am I right?
No kre. No
a. Osi me misa say was it on a Saturday? David Osi me misa. Was it on a Saturday?
It was.
End of story. Thank you very much.
But it is a different matter.
Was it on a Saturday? Yes, it was.
cancer mama.
Prof no say.
Yes.
Academic argumentation I hear the amount electoral
simple question.
That's all.
Academic argumentation.
What the no PhD? Watch us on a prof. When come PhD now or send a picture no.
What picture simple?
I don't see picture in here. O graduation and or say I. Or no I say I. Or say was it on a Saturday? And I say it was.
Argumentation.
Prof I just say a prof.
A professor
Let's leave it there.
Now, Minister, I'm against this our petition. I'm not. I'm saying the way you have been. Why am I against? No, at all. Uncle Otede on support.
With some controversy.
I agree.
Kwame na yeko Saturday.
Theological school by into beat more Bible.
Kwame. Ma order Mopon Kasodo and a payer NDC presidential primaries this weekend. Who gets to be flag bearer?
Yeah.
Na you say.
See, I am asante yam on pe nyanko.
You can say.
There are three of us, so
yes, that's right. And Kabila Mbodi no Masa opera and Obakai.
I like the word 3 of us.
Yes.
Last week there were 4 of us.
Well, I wasn't here.
Yeah, Kabila no opera Obakai.
Eswana.
Ma no opera Obakai. I say, by a miracle.
Diplomat
Kwame.
Yes, we take Kwame now.
I Mabakan saying there. Oh yeah, Owura Kobna Dufo. Okanwa
doctor.
Owura Doctor Kobna Dufo. Okay.
Oh, a premper boy.
Oh, Nancha Hane wom.
Enyo. Ti o senior.
Ah, it wasn't to turn me or I don't so. Mawabakan saying there wa court. Court now that can down there. Ma always be some questioner. A premier ya no and pay. There. Me no him. Oh yeah, it's so kitaba. A daughter do basa. Aba. And this for she said the walk to what they ye. Mobekita ho franka. Na chi mpesodo. I hate me those wonum. Enwa. Party be ye you home my wage now or 22,000.
Budget 2024.
2024. Okay, 22,000. I can be like car for your hand. What a cruisy. Go to a band war or 2024. Obejinama what to wonder about.
Peace FM.
I say, and she say a party now, ye Kwame, and I tell you, you see. Sir, you could NDC. The when you mad ye, Madame and Yabotum Boyakado. I didn't my ye, Nemum, Kakabi, na say one. And Chonum put in Chonya da oha. Na Kwame, share one, Wafana photo album register wasn't quite aba. And Bill Quincy, no, so Yama Moutsura, Bayim, Tantantem, to order you to do. Photo album wasn't got to Abba, Kwame.
Yeah.
Ma Munchum can come from more. A
Bessia, ye benin, ye bessia.
No, Nancha or that man for tea. Waba. It's no higher. Ama Nyan Nathaniel or ye bessia, Nizian. Sir Ekobiwa. Ma order Isaac Yamiche or ye besia.
Isaac
and this register Isaac Yamiche or ye besia. Sir Kobiwa. Oh, NDC. Competence Ashamomo. Ekuso Joshua Yoson. Nusu or ye besia. Kwame. Sir Ekobiwa. Obama pa name no daha. Our polling station treasurer. Nizina okitaye akosua Japan.
Amoto nyumna.
Ne maami a.
Kwame
na.
Enti ina memenda. Ada what they go to aban memenda ofa na won register. Na hwe abeya woto e mo wodi won national chairman. Owura ofoso ampofo. Na nchemi mami mi de. Se party what is one mbenu osua one mbenu so no wasre. Hoina no wokọ koto aban 2020. Kwa me de wo kwa koto na weyi won we be gina party na anon. Wo fan sampi kan to ofoso ampofo do. Kada ofoso ampofo as chairman when to one Kabila when to one collect the result. Ofoso ampofo oye namatroka wabra you worked as a functional executive committee. You worked as national executive committee. And so what that could be some dada one kofu Kenya to go for some pofu. Now for some pofu is no more there on the scene. Moya register, Kwame. What you register? What that kwa aba? A parliamentary candidate, a presidential candidate. This is the kind of register.
But is it widespread? Only be one or two places.
I mean, this undermines if you say widespread. What is the meaning of widespread?
Maybe I not register no meaning at them, and maybe I can create a bit more correct.
I say, in them, but the three things which are more important here are: one, a declaration that the register is inaccurate and incomplete. Two, that the second first defendant and second defendant. First defendant is the general secretary. Second defendant is the chairman or the electoral committee. An order there. 1 year new register are accurate and complete. Contain all the delegates. Where you want that one member to aba. Not three. The court must restrain the first defendant, the second defendant, and the fifth defendant, in this case, the Electoral Commission. Restrain them from conducting the election on Saturday. Kwame, I ask you.
I listen.
There, I'm able to ya. Sika ma for form. Me you form in the way. Ma ka fail, ma ba. It's a nomination fee. I think it's even non-refundable. Non-refundable nomination fee of 500,000 Ghana. Is that correct? $500,000. Kwame ye kwa koto aba aban sabanu mu da ofan a na se mokona me dincho ana mokona se mkolusa. Alote no cha amanfo na no pem. Is that not the case? Mother Kokoti, one analysis a wire of the register. They have what they call an exceptional list. Exceptional list containing as many as 75,000 of persons who are not supposed to be.
Exceptional is 75,000.
75,000. That's 74,9 something, which is 75,000. They are not supposed to be part of the register, but they have been included. 75,000. Beyond the 75,000, there are those numbering about 3,000 above. And also legitimate delegates. But by this register, by the analysis they have done, they have been disenfranchised. Kwame, you are saying that this is a matter which is, or you're just you offend a Kirby, and therefore it must be glossed over. Is that the point? Is that the point? No. Kwame, I ask myself. The NDC today, as we speak, they are not part of IPAC. They are not part of IPAC.
No, they have not been attended, but they are part of IPAC.
But what is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of that?
Big nose party.
Organic is
Kabila.
Yeah.
IPAC is when you are sitting around the table and talking. If the person is not part of sitting around the table, they are not part. They are not part. I mean, if you say they are part, what is it in name? It is in action that you can say they are part. Otherwise, all are part. But where we can say, in fact, there is a meaning to IPAC is when we are all sitting around the table and the issues on the table, we are discussing them. If they have not been coming to be part of those sitting around the table, they are not part of IPAC. The reason for not being part is this.
But injunction hasn't been granted.
Kwame, but injunction in the minds of the public. In the minds of the public, we need to be fair here. NDC, as far as to a presumptive flag bearer. Kwame, for the past 3 years or so, Uraba, electoral commission chairman,
Jean Mensah,
she has never had a peace of mind. Never. And yesterday, Nana Kumia was here. Whilst as president, he as president had no power to interfere in the work of electoral commission. Yet he becomes an opposition person, and some persons immediately now have power to interfere in the work of electoral commission. Obia, oya president don't to interfere. Obi by president that nobody to interfere. Why ha electoral commission why gonna but the electoral commission one year 1 year. The Queen one them do. It does not promote any fairness in their eyes. Na say emankasa mufie Kwame emankasa mufie mo kwa kwato aba. Na say mutum oya photo album register yeze kwa kwato aba. As many as 75,000 are. They are not supposed to be part of the list, yet they find themselves there. And over 3,000, you have disenfranchised them. Where is your base? Where is your pillar to stand on to accuse the electoral commission? So, in the minds of the people, Kwame, even though the court processes have not been entered upon yet, they will be served. I'm sure this one is not what do we call it? Ex parte. This one is on notice, correct? So the other side will appear. But in the minds of the Ghanaian people, Kwame, the injunction has been granted. It can never be there, Kwame. Ya kwa aba. Doc, ya aba. Na ayedama azetolka. Oba nizin ayebeyin Isaac Nyameche. Beyin nizin ayebesia akosua Japan.
Moto nyumu.
But Kwame, I'm London. I'm London. Miss Fum.
Isaac Nyameche Sifum.
Yes, Kwame. Inform my missing in there. Eventually, this matter, it will come to a close. And there's no question. The former President Mama, no obey. I retain. Once upon a time when he was the president, Mba School, they formed what was called Unemployed Graduate Association.
Kwame,
I did not know that. Because the entire system, the entire structure is for him. I was listening to Deputy General Secretary on air. Kwame, the words Okache Dufour.
Dr. Dufour.
Yeah, Dr. Dufour. No, yes, that they are a disorganized campaign. A campaign team, disorganized. Okache on there, they have assumed beyond a certain level of popularity. It's like they impute to themselves a certain extent of popularity where they don't have it. Kwame, in some Deputy General Secretary, you see that look.
Mohammed Bandi.
Yes. Mohammed
Bandi. Is it Bandi?
Bandi. And some of the I've said that you are a perfect symbolization of
I saw
Kokrokoo so.
Yes, right.
Stand by him.
That's right.
Na Lady Julia. I say yes. Kokrokoo akɔde de she ho. It was so beautiful. Oh, I said. Is it Kwame? The matter is clear. Owa retain eya babun na ye kwato aba. And I know my time is spent. Owa repejuma when he became president, he said he was not a magician to throw some magic wand to create jobs. Owa ekada fi wa no buy car ko try eden asimo kan there. Say mpeda fi wa no bu na wa ba no oba oha wa na say e wo private car na ka fa trotro ka fa taxi okada oye hu a wo ko school aban ahihye ma wa ba president Kufuor ahihye ko school a introduce school na me kire
kwa na si form
ma la no ha kra enya bibi ma de bon hu e nurse trainee e teacher trainee as if that will even cost his presidency. He was seeking for a re-election. So we ask ourselves, has those principles have they changed? Send.
Thank you, Kwamina Duncan. Time check is 25 minutes at top of the hour. Miko Bisa lawyer be and watch me more or say Kwame the pendency because we can say court didn't grant injunction here, but or say Kwame the pendency of an injunction constitutes a notice to the respondents not to proceed to do the very act the court is to determine. Thus, if you have notice of a pending injunction but disregard it and proceed to do the very act the court is requested to determine, you are likely, emphasis on likely, to be in contempt of court. Let's see how this pans out.
You will not be, but you are likely.
Likely, yeah.
It doesn't
likely.
It doesn't then make it a certain one-way kind of thing.
Sure.
Likely means that
it could be.
But maybe his point is that
it's not automatic. Yeah.
You're but the other lawyers too. I mean, party, they also tell you that
the service of an injunction.
Yes, it's not injunction in itself. And
yeah. Anyway,
that still remains. I want to make clear my hand.
Party need that to go there. Still, they are going ahead. Anyway, I'll take Brim. Yes. And the Kabila some people Kenya wa can we.
And ebe minja ma ofasi Dr. James Atulinsi.
A year near that man.
A year 7th, 8th, 9th July.
When?
War Cape Coast Stadium.
That's right.
Kwame.
Alete.
There is this police lady. I'm a regional minister. Yabonabado.
Mankesim woman.
Oh, yes.
Kwame.
It's your friend Dempo.
Your friend Sintim Corey.
Corey, yeah, Sintim Corey, yeah.
Odini 50th birthday, Nenanza.
She's 50?
She doesn't look 50.
She doesn't look 50.
Oh, boy.
She would think she's about 25, 30.
Wow. She's 50?
Yes.
Kitty be them now.
Yeah.
And you're going to sometimes.
What's the whole of my what's the sound?
Traffic, no.
What's the sound?
Ekumfi asafa junction.
Ekumfi
Swedu junction. And there about them. They said why is it?
Sintim Corey is 50?
50.
Oh, she's cute.
But if you ask me, I'm Jamakra Mama and by 26.
Oh, 20 wow.
26 or 30.
Mama can there be at 35?
She's done very
well. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yes.
Because she believes in the law.
Yes. Strong woman, beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Beautiful. Why are they? Saint, try ASP, right? Osawala, alote Jacobs. Alote Jacobs, Osawala. Police, you know,
police.
Yes.
NDC presidential primaries. In the court injunction. Police, you know, we also killing kitchen. Akokoba at the same time. What junction? Killing kitchen at the same time in junction. Kwame.
Hello there.
last 2 weeks, Nana Hesojiri or more text message be there. In politics, you see, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly. That is what is at play now. The dark horses in the NDC are at play.
What about dark horses?
On the
man.
Aya Bisakujo Kujo Eduasari. Obakana Samacho.
Justice, your boy.
Na ehwe n'enyim na 3D in Y and 3D upside down.
Then is why and justice yabwa.
Nti wala koto abana bua ehunizi. That is the same thing you are saying. But iyewa I will say the third trap. This trap is for Dr. Kwabena Dufo. No, the case now court. He's finished in the NDC. The character assassination.
It's already started.
The character assassination. That's NDC for you.
But the Kwabena Dufo really stand a chance.
Because look,
you be transparent.
As a matter of fact, one flag bearer shipping or a one-way traffic. That's the NDC for you. Until in 2024, Dr. Bawumia wins the election, then we shall see the direction of the NDC. But so far as we are concerned now, or a one-way traffic, Mr. Kwabena Dufo from to come and support him. I said no. Once I have declared for Dr. Bawumia, I'm not an MPP.
No turning back.
I will not support MPP, but I'm supporting Nana Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. There is something about Mahmoud Bawumia extraordinary. Yes. But as a politician, sometimes you are whipped in line. They support to party. But no, sometimes you look at personality. That personality should be above political party. That can change the dynamics of this country.
Yes.
But Inyima, Kwame,
Alote,
Kwabena Dufo is finished so far as the NDC is concerned.
What do you mean by that?
Or a game. This is a game. I call it. There are certain persons be a washer. I call them the dark horses. And what's that why now? As that war pia any day about Dr. Dufo Oboko court. No wako court. And most who are set to happen. If he on your court or your MPP or Tedam, I mean you go back to Banja. Maybe mo as an economist about Unya Kakraba economist. No, ya shane Ghana sesa. He's finished. Because that one-way traffic will always be there until the third time NDC will face a defeat, and I don't know what will happen. The implosion will start from inside out. But there, Sisiala, why the minimum? Ebiana, Waba friend which you know I got in there said Dama, your power, you be your chairman for Council of State in the Trenchen. But like they have said, the elections will come on Saturday. They don't care about any contempt. That's the NDC for you. It's most unfortunate. It's most unfortunate, but can be our elections ever go. Yeah, be do. Until I'm Muslim Academy. I'm out from Vancham. Yeah, you beat the man from branches to constituency. Because the party electoral law or child there 3 weeks, 21 days to the election time, you know, that was it.
Well, what that means in there, so Kada will move Mrena Imtia. Now, electoral commission. The electoral commission has been joined to the suit. Electoral commission, and I said, electoral commissioner,
electoral commissioner, one.
I see.
That's what I want to tell you. Osi, where see that? Well, modern trends, but the purpose of this are the electoral album was to undermine Dr. Kwabena Dufo. We play game in perfection. We win. I don't know. My advice in there. In Grand Football 2, you visit Cortine Yami, Jemo Yami. Cortisan energy mo Yami, Ajewani, Abagboy, Ajewani, Abagboy. Ajewani.
Come him.
When you because head trap no was this one. There are certain personalities that want contest elections from Professor Milson Abeldo till today when you party. I must be frank with you. And some were our making, Malakasa included.
Yeah, the key architect.
And saying that was set to planning perfectly to finish him. Honorable was shouting from Nebo. Nobody ni poster. No, was the another as the flag bearer aspirant. That's your the presumptive what?
Flag bearer.
Flag bearer. Ordinary grandpa or ye. But that is the strategy and the propaganda. Kwame.
Yeah.
It is about nothing. They're being pushed to go to court and then letting the grassroots know that he's an enemy of the party. And so we're in here. That's all. And see, sir, Obenya 80% of what? Since you are Obenya 99% too. That is the game plan. Because okay, the last elections in 2016, and the expectation and say that time is when people fusu the yejuma propaganda proper. One marketing as in ama amafunya as the wa party in Bunjume yedam. And this is party in June then yes and baby wa. Ne babo contest 2024. Ne yenyi mi there potential force able to ma how adwin e be able to take about 20% if you ma. No no say he has any baby to them what he oju do asare. Ya yewi. And see but look, it's a party in Piasum here. They shouldn't go for that Congress because 56 constituencies want to submit one album
and was submitting as a flood.
Kakana was submitting to so no problem.
Akosia Kwamina Duncan. Right. Maybe.
Akomuda na efima. Aya nzembi wo ha emo okawa motazi. Nti Kwame asomo wo mi.
Kwara?
Chairman General.
Yes.
Oh, I can't say me no be pet. The Dikai Kwaya Yafaso Echitre Amanyuku ewo my Ghana. Ekahubi ena yamamuo ho nkitahudi no eya etochim etoda. The etosu biu Amanyuku mu nsem asemu a yetu aba wi a untimi nhwe obi anim enka nkyere no no. Menka bra ye kwakoto aba no asemu a yeto aba wi a untumi hwe obi ani mu nsan siso ye kwakoto aba no hwe na wanka. Don't say what you cannot repeat after an election ahead of the elections.
Don't say what you cannot repeat
after an election.
After an election.
Ahead of
the election.
Chairman General, Ankalote akasa minister so akasa. The American nyina ne say
was it two albums contain the same polling station executives? Tano North and Tano South? Anyway, I'm sorry, Twaso.
Me fi say me offer asedun ketia omo owo juma kese ye as chairman of the party.
No.
Oh,
No, it's for example who is doing
it's
for example who is doing this. For example, who is causing this problem?
Oh, how?
Yeah, why not?
Well, tongue in cheek, I get it.
No,
I get it. Not in Tasa. Tongue in cheek.
Minister.
No, yeah, as the election director.
No. For example, who is saying that?
But the bad side of it in there, if you can't compare your own party album, then you go and fight against the electoral commission.
Kwame, there we one more and say, near Kosui, it should be of concern. Say, on my ma, ye pet coming can be tintin. If he said, near Ubi and one if ye no, now Odysseus in who dear Pierre Bonting. Enunti say ama yani anko ho na de enye no yankasa ntia de yewom yatenetene ama na koyi a ebe wiase no ebetimi ababe ha yenyina de ne ensemkaya ekoso ho na etoda da bia me kan asem bi se oman esom eye bra adwuma na minim nipa da bia ono do obesore se opese obre nko a ndi se ye sompa na ye som a eya eho akansie no ye besusu kakra but say ye pese ye kosom na anamo a ye tu dia kopre akosre se ye pese ye besom no kam yakoye se ye koje ewiasi mu de sabi e de ye be ko heaven no eya na minyin ni se nokra wom sa sabi obiara ni hono a ube kase me pese me be som na ye se man som a wo se chinchancha me som by force ye nyina nya futu sem maye o man yo eye bradwuma so ye da hobrase ene ayi odo ene nyamisuro ena ye ni yi a oh my Ghana ebe yi challenge na manwesi
James Kwabena Monfe
challenge na
Apostle James
Prof opokwa mankwa maybe I'm not the right person to lead this.
Kwame na sisi what to you aka wase mewi
na Kwame
yes
enim na minister na Angaluti wonyina was support SD for one petition. Yes. That's the conclusion of the matter. Support, yes. Nobody is hard on it. The support we need. People